Did you know that most language learners skip the one skill that unlocks everything else?
Really? What skill is that?
Listening. It's the foundation, but nobody talks about it enough.
That's so true. I never realized how critical it actually is.
So, Daniel, tell me, when was the last time you didn't catch every word, but still understood?
Oh, just the other day, actually. My friend was talking super fast, and I missed details, but I got the main idea.
Exactly. And that's the whole point, right? You don't need every single word.
No, you don't. That's what makes it less intimidating for learners like us.
Let's talk about why listening is so foundational in language learning.
Well, think about babies. They listen before they ever speak or write anything.
Right? We're doing the exact same thing when we learn a new language.
And listening helps with pronunciation, sentence structure, even the rhythm of English.
It's basically the base of the whole pyramid, isn't it?
Completely. And honestly, listening is everywhere in real life: work, social situations, entertainment.
So if we improve listening, we improve everything else connected to it? Absolutely. Speaking, reading, writing, they all depend on strong listening skills.
But here's what I hear from students: native speakers talk so fast, it's overwhelming.
Yes, and they use slang, idioms, all these things that aren't in textbooks.
So, how do we bridge that gap between textbook English and real English?
Practice. The more you listen, the easier it becomes. You pick up the flow.
What about the difference between hearing and listening? Are those the same thing?
No, they're totally different. Hearing is passive. Words just hit your ears.
But listening is active? You're actually focusing and trying to understand?
Exactly. You're present, you're engaged, you're trying to remember what was said.
Oh, I love that distinction. So, active listening requires real effort and attention.
It does. And that's why so learners struggle. They're not really listening actively.
What would you say is the biggest challenge for English learners with listening?
Accent and speed. Definitely. Native speakers talk incredibly fast compared to learners.
And accents vary so much depending on where people are from, right?
Oh, British, American, Australian, they're all so different. Plus regional accents within those. And then there's slang. You can't just translate, "It's raining cats and dogs."
Right? That would make absolutely no sense if you took it literally.
So, how do we actually start improving? What's a practical first step?
Listen to slower, clearer audio. Podcasts and audiobooks designed for learners are perfect.
How does that help specifically?
It builds confidence. You understand more, so you want to keep listening.
Should learners use subtitles when watching videos?
Absolutely. Start with them, but gradually remove them as you improve.
So, you're slowly weaning yourself off the support system?
Exactly. And watch things multiple times. You'll catch new things on your second try.
What if you still don't understand even after multiple viewings?
Focus on keywords instead. Don't stress about every single word you miss.
The main idea is what matters most, right?
Yes, and that's usually carried in the keywords anyway.
What resources would you recommend for practicing listening? Podcasts are my go-to. There are so many made specifically for English learners.
And you can listen anywhere: commuting, doing chores, relaxing at home.
Exactly. That's the beauty of podcasts. They fit into your daily routine.
What about audiobooks? Are those effective too?
Very much so. You follow a story, and narrators usually speak clearly and naturally.
Can beginners jump into any audiobook, or should they start somewhere specific?
Start with beginner level books, then gradually move to more advanced ones.
And for people who love entertainment, what should they watch?
TV shows and movies with simple dialogue. Then challenge yourself with complex ones.
Should they use subtitles or try without them first?
Start with subtitles, but over time, try removing them to focus on hearing.
I've heard about something called shadowing. What exactly is that?
It's when you listen to someone speak and immediately repeat what they said.
So you're copying them in real time?
Right. It helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency all at once. Do you have to be perfect at it?
Not at all. You're just training your ear and getting used to the flow.
What's another exercise that really works?
Dictation. Listen to audio, pause it, and write down exactly what you heard.
That sounds challenging, but really effective for catching details, right?
Absolutely. It forces you to pay attention to every word and sound.
Is there anything easier we can try?
Summarization. Listen to something, then explain the main idea in your own words.
That shows you whether you actually understood or just heard noise, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's the perfect way to test your comprehension.
Let's talk about accents again. How many different English accents should people practice?
Ideally, expose yourself to as many as possible. British, American, Australian, regional ones.
That sounds like a lot. Do learners get frustrated with so many variations?
Some do, but it's important if you're traveling or working internationally.
How can people practice different accents without traveling? Watch interviews, videos, or news channels from different English-speaking countries.
You'll hear the accents in real context that way?
Yes. Plus, you're learning about actual events while training your ear.
Now, how do listening and speaking connect?
They go hand in hand. Better listening makes you a better speaker.
Really? How does that work exactly?
When you listen closely, you pick up pronunciation, phrasing, natural speech patterns.
So you're basically absorbing how native speakers actually talk?
Exactly. Then when you speak, those patterns come out naturally.
What if someone doesn't have a language partner to practice with?
Mimic native speakers. Listen to movies or podcasts and repeat after them.
Does that feel awkward at first?
It does, but it's incredibly effective for sounding more natural.
How long does it typically take to see improvement in listening?
It takes time and consistency. You won't see results overnight, honestly. So, patience is really key here?
Absolutely. It's easy to get frustrated if you don't understand everything immediately.
But that frustration is totally normal, right?
Completely normal. Everyone feels that way when learning a new language.
How do we stay motivated through that difficult phase?
Celebrate small wins. Maybe today you understood one new word or caught a phrase.
Those tiny victories actually add up to real progress?
They really do. Every bit of progress counts toward fluency.
What about real-life listening situations? Are those different from practicing at home?
Completely different. Real conversations are faster, messier, less predictable.
That sounds intimidating. How do people prepare for that?
Challenge yourself gradually. Start with podcasts, then radio, then real conversations.
And if you don't understand something in a real conversation?
Ask for clarification. Say, could you repeat that? Or what does that mean?
That shows the other person you're engaged, doesn't it? It does. Most people appreciate when someone's actually listening and trying to understand.
So, stepping out of your comfort zone is essential for real improvement?
Absolutely essential. That's where the real learning happens.
Before we wrap up, let's review. What are the absolute must-do things listeners should remember?
Listen actively, not passively. Focus and engage with the content.
And start slowly with learner-friendly content?
Yes. Build confidence first, then challenge yourself as you improve.
Use subtitles when you need them, but gradually remove that crutch?
Exactly. And practice different exercises like shadowing and dictation.
Most importantly, stay consistent and patient with yourself?
That's it. Small daily practice beats sporadic, intense studying every time.
Thank you so much for breaking this down with me today, Daniel.
My pleasure, Jennifer. I hope everyone found these tips helpful for their journey.